You think you got one more year? Can you give us one more year and have that one more year be with the Lakers?
Well, before this whole thing started, my goal was to play in the Olympics this summer. You know, to recover and heal, to play my fifth Olympics with my national team, and after that, I was going to decide whether I hung it up and moved on to the bigger and better things, or to continue to play another year, depending on how well I felt, and how I felt overall. But now, if I want to continue to fulfill that goal, which is now the Olympics of 2021 in Tokyo, I think it makes a lot of sense that it would be very important to play another year. So I am working towards that goal, to have the ability and the possibility to do that. Playing with the Lakers my final year, it is something that obviously would be great, for different reasons, but the interest has to be mutual, right? And the pieces have to fit in the puzzle. You can't force things, and and I also want to be in a situation where I can help, where I can contribute in different ways on and off the court. Where now with my experience, I in the last few years of my NBA career, I've been more of a mentor to young kids, and try to share all the knowledge that I can in order to make the team better and help those young players who grow. So I take a lot of pride in that too. But we'll see. One step at a time. Let's continue to focus on getting through this pandemic. Let's try to get to resume professional sports. Let's see if the NBA can pull it off, and we can have NBA back on track at some point in July. And then we'll think about next season and how things are then.
Now, I have to ask, has there been any contact between the two sides?
Well, there's been contact, but not because of an interest of I think of working together in that regard. I mean, there was contact because of once the tragedy occurred in late January with the accident where we lost Kobe and Gigi and the 7 other passengers, there was a lot of contact, but just because of the personal attachment and being part of the Lakers family. And my relationship with Jeannie is close. I have a relationship obviously with Rob Pelinka as well, and the Lakers family overall. But that was because of what happened, and but nothing else has been discussed beyond that. And again, we're all trying to just get through the moment, focus on the present and figure things out now. Obviously the Lakers have a great team. They have a best record in the Western Conference this season. They would love to have a chance to finish at top and play for the championship. So that's what they have to focus on right now.
So you have been keeping up with them just a little bit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I keep up. I'm a big basketball fan, lover, whatever you want to call it. It's a big part of my life, and I always keep an eye on the Lakers. Since the moment that I left, I always kept a close eye on every season, almost every game. If I can't watch it live, I'll watch some highlights. I'll make sure I'll take a look at the box score, and it's family.
You talk about family. You are a Laker for life, though. That's every great Laker has always said, "I am a Laker for life," and that's what it seems like you're saying right now.
Absolutely, I'll always be a Laker, forever. What I've gone through with the Lakers has been just so unique and special, and it's with me. Every time I'm in LA, every time it's like being at home. So I always appreciate the love, admiration that I receive every time that I'm in LA, and it's literally feels like home. And so I'll always be a Laker, no matter what, in whatever regard.
Pau, one final thing. What would you like to say to Laker fans here, sports fans really all over the United States, all over the world, about what we can do, because you're very philosophical, as I mentioned before, what we can do as human beings to help each other to get through this crisis that we're going through right now?
What I would like to say is, it's a time for us to come together, even if we are kind of enforced to be distant physically. But we are in this together. We got to try to understand what we can do individually, what we can do as families, what we can do as communities. And if we do that and we react, you can't control what happens to you in your life in many aspects, but you can control how you react to it. So let's react to this in a positive, constructive, um, um, togetherness, together way. And I think that's kind of my message, my approach, what I think will be best against what we're facing. We're facing this enemy that it's tough. We don't even know where he's coming from. There's questions about that, and there's going to be a lot of other issues that might be brought up. But let's just try to be proactive and constructive, and do what we can, and don't worry about what is out of our control.
And also, like I always say, and we have to keep the faith.
Yes, keep believing. Just keep believing in each other. Keep believing in ourselves. Just keep the faith. I think that's a very important factor. That we just got to believe in ourselves. Believe that things will work themselves out. But we do have a role to play, and that is important to know. We're not just completely defenseless, and our role and our actions are important and affect ourselves and others more than ever. So let's just keep that in mind, no matter what community, what the differences are. Just put all the differences aside. We're in this together, So let's just utilize this crisis. And I want another phrase that let's not let this crisis go to waste. Let's just make sure that we utilize this in order to be in a better place, stronger as communities, as countries, as the world.
One final thing, Pau.
Yes.
As you keep up with the Lakers, what's your opinion of LeBron and the Lakers this year?
Oh, I think they're very impressive. They've been very impressive. I love how they play big with AD and JaVale and Dwight. They have and then Kuzma also brings in a lot of size. So I love their size everywhere. I love how they've been playing, and they have a chance. They have as good a chance as anyone. And the experience, I think, that they have. And we'll see now the discipline, the individual and collective discipline of the team during this confinement and pandemic, because teams will be exposed when things resume, how they look like, how hard they work, how disciplined they've been, how committed they've been to stay locked in during this time. That's going to be a factor. And now you're looking at playing at a neutral side. No one has home court advantage. There's no fans. Now it's, that's out of the picture. So now it's like, let's see who's better. And so it'll be interesting to see. I'm curious to see that. But the Lakers definitely have played a great season so far. They've given themselves a chance. And now let's see how it all plays out.